up guys, WWE Fan Talk here. Today we have something brand new to the channel, something that I've never done before. I've never brought anything really new to this channel. Maybe I've brought in some Marvel action figures and maybe I've talked about other movies or different pop culture themes, but I've never reviewed a product on here that's completely different than WWE, but I'm giving it a shot. This is one of my all-time favorite things. It's a lightsaber. Now you're probably wondering where I got these lightsabers from and how I knew where to get these specific ones. Well, let me just explain it. I was out at Disneyland and my friends wanted me to come with them. So I went to Disneyland and we got all these, we got the whole Jedi get up, but I didn't have a lightsaber, and you know, you kind of need a lightsaber in order to be dressed up as a Jedi, because you do that at Disneyland. When you go to Disneyland, you dress up as a Jedi and you're part of the culture. But my friends had lightsabers and I'm like, oh, well, where do you get the lightsabers from? You usually get them from Disney, right? And my friend was like, no, you go to this place called Saber Masters. And I was like, Saber Masters? And he was like, dude, only the best place you can get lightsabers that look realistic and can actually duel without breaking. So I had a strong urge. I'm a lightsaber fan. So after that, I had a strong urge to pick up a couple of these lightsabers. So I clicked on Saber Masters and I saw one heck of a deal. They do buy one, get another free. You get two for the price of one. And a whole bunch of other stuff added. And there's always new sales added on the Saber Masters website. I would check it out. It's in the link down below. After my friend told me a little bit about Saber Masters and I actually got to handle one in my own hands in person, I did some research, I did some reviews, I went on the internet and I found out how great the company was. And I'm like, you know what, I gotta reach out. I gotta try to get my hands on some sabers. I gotta try to review them. And I did just that. So before I give any promotional information about Saber Masters, let's review the product right here, right now on WWE Fan Talk Show. Box right here, it comes in this awesome sized box. And the entire box that it ships in and comes in is this box right here. And it's themed to the theme of Saber Masters, which has like a Star Wars-esque look to it. It says Saber Masters right here with the green. It has that kind of Jedi kind of look. It's more of like a, I don't know if I would say Jedi, but it's definitely a Star Wars-y symbol look. It says bringing balance to the Force. I think that's just so sick. I love the font that they use here. It kind of is like the NASA A right there for Saber and Masters. We get this cool kind of caution look with all the stars in the background, the black box. I'm not going to show this side of the box because all my information is over there. And then there is the bottom of the box. Of course, there's tape and stuff on it because it is shipped to wherever you live. So they don't want the box to break. If you look over here, we do see their social media right there. We have it on, I believe this is email. You get their Instagram as well as their Facebook. There's what it looks like at the end of the box. So there's the box. When you do open it up, piece right here, open up the box, and what comes inside is this pamphlet right here. And this, let me tell you, this is your best friend. This pamphlet is going to tell you everything you need to know about the lightsaber and all of its abilities. It actually explains it in in-depth detail. Let's check it out. All the instructions for the lightsaber, how to turn it down, the awake mode operations, changing sound and light modes when blade is turned off, which that is very important, and how to use it when blade is turned on, as well as sleep mode operation if you want to know how to turn the thing off. And then there's the pamphlet right here. I would recommend keeping this after you've memorized and mastered all of its abilities and know how to do it based off of your own knowledge. Then I guess you don't need this anymore, but for now you need this. Even I need this because there's so many abilities on here, which is such a plus. So when opening up the box, I have pretty much ravaged this entire thing, but I'm going to show you what's left of it. We do get some padding to protect the sabers when they are being shipped, as well as this is what holds the Urban War God grip tape, and so it doesn't fall apart inside the box. So we get a couple of those. I have used both of them to test it out, and this comes at the end of each saber to ensure that it doesn't get damaged while shipping. So you can see how much care that Saber Masters puts into their lightsabers when shipping them. The entire thing is covered with this kind of like, I don't know, saran wrap or plastic. And then these come as well. This is like a little kit, a little baggie that comes with an Allen wrench, as well as some screws. And there's actually 2 of these that come in here. But for now, I don't have all the screws because a lot of them are already on the lightsabers. But as an example, here's what comes with the set. So we get these little screws right here, which I will show on camera in just a bit. And those go right in order to fit the blade right into the hilt. And then we get the Allen wrench. Do not lose this. I recommend keeping the baggies so you do not lose any of the screws or the Allen wrench itself. So when we get the sabers out of the package, this is what comes inside right here. We get the nice hilt, and this thing has some weight to it. It's not too heavy. It's light enough to where you can duel and do all your tricks with it without it being too heavy on your wrist. But it does feel like it is very good quality. You feel the quality in this saber. And there's a lot of cool features to this. First of all, I love the design on this hilt right here. I love the curvature, love the little designs that come all throughout. It's very Star Wars. You can tell that there's a lot of inspiration from other lightsabers we've seen from the movies, like the little holes or the little, I don't even know how to explain all this, but just the little sculpted details right here. And then we get the nice button right here that we have in order to turn on the saber. I will explain that in just a second. And then we get the charging port right here. You do plug that in, and then it takes about, I would say, maybe 30 minutes to fully charge, maybe an hour to fully charge. And then it goes on for, I would say, about a month without having to recharge it again, which is such a sweet feature about this saber right here. So there we have that. And then we do get some extra pieces that come with each saber. With the silver one specifically, we do get 2 black screws. Actually, 1 black screw comes with each one, and then we get kind of like a coppery one with the other ones, which I will show in just a second. But I did add both black ones to this specific blade right here. We get the nice black screws, but again, there are copper ones that you can add on. You don't even need this if you don't really want them. You can just add in the regular screws into the holes right there. But I think this adds a little bit more character to the blade if you want some more color. Get the nice Saber Masters logo right there on the saber, if I can get that in the shot. Let's see that. See that right there? Very cool. And again, a very cool feature that I forgot to mention is you can see right there a little port where you can screw in an object. Now, what could that be? Well, if you're getting 2 for 1, and it comes with 2 hilts, put 2 and 2 together, and you get a dual lightsaber. So this is an interesting process in order to attach the blade right here, which is a very nice, and it feels very durable piece of hard plastic right here. And all you need to do, and something I'm going to compliment Saber Masters about, is we see the light actually in there. It's actually in the hilt, which is way better quality than getting the LEDs inside of the blade itself, which is going to be easier to damage. Whereas Saber Masters came up with a great idea and followed other people's ideas of having the actual light inside of the hilt itself. So all you're going to do at this point is you're going to make sure that all the screws are screwed out first. I already have mine placed in there, and then you're going to take the Allen wrench. First, I would screw these in if you haven't already. I am going to add them to my blade. It's going to make things a little bit easier. And you're basically going to screw in these screws. The thing about getting the 2 for 1 special, and I would go check that out. There is a link down below where you can go check that out for yourself, is that when you get 2, you can either have 1 to play around with, or 1 to display, or you could even have it on your belt when you want to run around, or if you don't want it ignited, you can have it on your belt without the blade itself. But very nice blade right here. I actually do need to charge this specific one, so we're going to place this one down for a second, and I'm going to get the other one that came with the set. And here we have it right here. This one's a little bit different. I made sure that each saber was a little bit different. Here we have the grip tape. All you do is you take the grip tape, and there's 1 sticky end. Now, the tricky part of this is you start at the end that doesn't have the stickiness, and you wrap it around a couple times all the way until the top, and then you tape it down just like so. And it actually worked out pretty well, and it grips pretty nicely as well. And then we have the same logo up here. It does come, when you do choose the color, it's going to come with both sabers with that specific color. And then we do have the copper screws right here, which look pretty nice. And then we get the button. And we will ignite this when the lights are off, but overall, it is pretty similar. And all you need to do in order to connect them is you twist this piece off right here. This is all you're going to need to do. It's the simplest thing in the world. Take that piece off. Take the 2 blades, 2 hilts, and you screw it on. twisting it on, all the way on, and there we have it. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then boom, dual bladed lightsaber. How fantastic is that? A little bit of Darth Maul action right there. And if you don't want that, you don't need to have it. You could have each lightsaber in each hand. Have one in each hand, kind of like General Grievous if you are familiar with Star Wars. All you need to do is just twist this piece right back on. And you should be good to go. So now let's ignite this bad boy right now. Did you just see that? That was one of the most beautiful things I've ever recorded, is igniting a lightsaber in the dark. The way it just illuminates the room, and that's something I'm going to compliment Saber Masters on. And I'm not here to just compliment, but there's nothing really bad to say about the blade. Nothing bad to say about the hilt and the way that it works with its technology. I think it's pretty fascinating and fantastic. I've never had a lightsaber this advanced before. And I know there's other ones out there that have like different features and different details. But the great thing about Saber Masters is that it not only feels good in the hand, it not only looks good, it's also great in action. Like I've been out several times with my brother and my friends that have lightsabers, and we've done our duels and stuff like that. And the blade is just like it was when it came out of the package. I even saw a video where somebody hit this with hit a pumpkin with this, and they actually managed to break the pumpkin in half. So these things are very durable, and I would not count these things out. I think that the durability is an insane factor to consider about Saber Masters. So again, you can ignite the lightsaber, and the cool thing is that there's different settings in this lightsaber, and it's gonna take forever to run through them. And that's the fun thing about this, is that I was so excited to customize my specific lightsaber, how I wanted it to sound, how I wanted it to look, how I wanted it to hear it, and just the feeling. Like there's so many different settings with this thing. Like I have motion control on right now, so if you want it to look slick when you ignite your lightsaber, rather than clicking the button, you could just turn it on just like that, and then turn it off just like so. So it's turning it like that to turn it on, and then turning it back to turn it back off. And I think that's just so freaking wicked and insane that this thing just knows that you can turn it on by twisting it. And of course you can do the red button right here, which is just as cool. And then you just hold it down, 2, 3, 4. You hold it down and it blinks 4 times and it'll turn it off. And there are a lot of settings that you need to do when the lightsaber is not ignited in order for it to work. So if you hold it down once, volume, it adjusts the volume. So let's do it again. Mute. So there's a low volume, a mute, as well as a volume high volume, which it is pretty dang loud. So if you are a kid and you do live with your parents, and you don't want this to be super loud, because let me tell you, it's loud. It's very realistic. You can turn it on either mute or low volume, which I have done before, and nobody's managed to hear it. So very cool feature about this. If you hold it and it blinks twice, unstable. You have the different modes of the blade. So let's turn it on. We have pulse, or it's like a pulsing unstable kind of look to it, kind of like Kylo Ren. I would say this is more Sithy than anything, and I think it's a cool feature about the lightsaber. So if we turn that off and click it, 1, 2, pulse. This is pulse. So it kind of pulses bright and then dim, and then bright and then dim, and then this is my favorite one, steady, which is just the kind of classic look for a lightsaber. Another thing amazing about this lightsaber is just listen to the sound effects. That is not the audio picking that up. That is the actual sound that this is making. It's not because the microphone is over here and it's going far away, and then it's going far away and then it's close. It's actually making those specific sounds based on the motion that you're making. And I think that's super high tech. So now let's move on to the next setting. We can hold it down 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It blinks 3 times. We have motion control. So if you don't want motion control, if you want to do some cool tricks with your lightsaber that might affect the blade turning off and on, you can turn it off, and you do that by holding it down 3 times when the blade is not ignited. So let's hold it down another 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Motion control on.
And then we have motion control on. Now if we hold it down 4 times, when it blinks 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Clash off.
We have clash off. So clash is basically when you're dueling with somebody, and when it hits, it makes that kind of clash sound. So let's check that out. So we let it blink 4 times.
Clash on.
All right, let's turn it on. So clash is this. So you can do that. You can hit another lightsaber, you could hit something in the room, or your brother, whatever you want to do if you're mad at him. It is going to make that clash look. So if you want to turn that off for whatever reason, you can by holding it down and it blinking 4 times. Now if you hold it down and it blinks 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is going to adjust the way that the blade sounds. So there's a ton of different sound effects with this lightsaber right here. So this specific one is called Princess, I would guess referencing maybe Princess Leia. I know there's one that kind of sounds like Kylo Ren's or Obi-Wan Kenobi's or Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, and they don't come out and all, say that that's who it's meant to be for, but it kind of hints at it based off of how it's saying, because they can't actually say it. So this is what Princess sounds like, which sounds crisp and sounds very original to the original lightsabers in the original trilogy. Which looks really cool. And if we hold it down, it blinks 5 more times. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one kind of sounds like Kylo Ren. Kind of has that like sparky sound. It's kind of unstable. So this would go well with the unstable setting on this lightsaber where it's kind of flickering. If you do the Great Night, I think it's called Great Night, it'll kind of start flickering, have that flickering sound to it. So let's try it one more time, see what other sound effects we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The high ground.
The high ground. This is my favorite one, and the one that I have personally on my lightsaber, this specific one right here. So if we turn it on, this one sounds like Obi-Wan Kenobi's or Anakin Skywalker's. It just has that crisp, old, I guess, nostalgic sound to a lightsaber. Let's listen to it one more time. That nice Star Wars-y sound to it. And there's also some other cool ones. So if you like the dark saber, they do have a dark saber sound in here, and have some other kind of strange but really interesting ones that you may have never heard of before, but think is super sick, just like me. But I like this specific one because I like nostalgia. I'm nostalgic towards the original films, and I think that is really sick. Again, you can customize this saber however you want to. The cool thing about this too is you don't have to be stuck with one color. So if you ignite the blade, if you hold it down twice, 1, 2, it starts kind of changing through colors. It's kind of like fading into different colors. So if I get to a color that I like, all you need to do is click it once. So let's see, maybe if I want like a purple, I click it down, and now it's on purple. If I don't want that anymore, I can hold it down twice again, and it'll start changing colors to where I can click it on the one that I want. Another way to do this, if it blinks 3 times as well, so if it blinks 1, 2, 3, it'll just kind of change through the colors rather than fading through it. So if I want the pink one, I can stick with pink or purple, whatever you want to call it. Now if I hold it down 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll turn the blade off. So those are pretty much the baseline settings for the lightsaber itself. And there's so many other features to this saber to get into, and that I'm gonna go over in future videos for this product on my channel. It is not just a product that I'm promoting because I want to, I'm trying to create a business deal or something like that. It's a product that I genuinely believe in, and I sought after to promote because I thought it was so sick. I didn't own one of these for like 3 months after I first held it, and my friend just kind of handed me the saber, and I thought it was sick. He let me run around with it and do cool tricks, because you guys don't know, you guys think that I'm just WWE based, which I am for this channel, but I loved this product so much that I wanted to review it on the channel and spice things up. Leave it in the comments down below how interested you are in Saber Masters or in lightsabers or Star Wars in general. It doesn't even have to be. Alrighty guys, a quick little tip. head on over to Saber Masters right now and use discount code FANTALK, all caps, to save $50 off your order. Now for the Black Friday deal, FanTalk actually saved $50 off the Black Friday deal. So you always got to look out for the deals on Saber Masters. So if you go to my Instagram at WWE Fan Talk Show, you click on my Linktree link, it'll bring up the different deals that pop up every once in a while for Saber Masters, as well as all the other links for my social media or Saber Masters or any other companies that I am promoting. But we do have Saber Masters here, and I'm super psyched to be producing these videos on my channel. I have so many great ideas coming forward. So we have the WWE audience as well as Star Wars if you want to jump into that, or maybe the two will clash at one point. But I do have some great videos, a lot of different ideas coming around on this channel. So do click that little bell in the corner next to the subscription button and be prepared to see some awesome dueling or even little cinematic scenes that I want to come up with for Star Wars if you're into Star Wars. Which I assume if you're into WWE, you're probably also into like movies and other kind of stuff like that. So again, Saber Masters is a killer product, and I definitely recommend it for lightsabers. It is very affordable, actually. Go up to other lightsaber companies, and they charge like anywhere between $500 to $600, maybe $1,000 for one lightsaber, and Saber Masters is offering 2 for 1. And I think that's an amazing deal, as well as some other things that get thrown in there, like the little screws or the little extra things that are added in there like that, or grip tape, which I didn't even know about beforehand. I didn't know it came with grip tape, which I think is such a cool feature to add to it, because you could have one that's kind of plain like this, but sleek and classic looking, and then you could have one like this, which I consider this a Sith saber. And I usually have this one red, and I keep this one blue. So very interesting. You can do whatever you want with these sabers. You can duel them up and kind of do a Darth Maul kind of thing with them. Again, this is not the last time you're going to see this on my YouTube channel, but I just wanted to create a kind of an in-depth look at these lightsabers because I'm super fascinated with them. Again, this is not the end. Stay tuned for more. Make sure to click on the link down below to check out Saber Masters today, as well as go to my Instagram to see more Saber Masters products, as well as go to their Instagram. They produce a lot of great content on their stuff too, if you're into that, of course. But again, guys, leave it in the comments down below any ideas you have, or if you want to see more Star Wars stuff from Saber Masters on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.